Sing Ciao, everybody. Welcome back. You're watching Vietnam Steve, and I got a good one for you today. Thought I would just take a couple of minutes of your time to talk about what the Vietnam Steve channel is all about now, that there's been a few changes in personal circumstances. So you might remember I retired from corporate employment back in 2019 at the age of 56. And since then, I've been embracing my newfound freedom with passion projects that ignite my spirit. Things like coming to you here on YouTube, mentoring and coaching some up-and-coming colleagues in my former profession, and using my skill set to help maturing organisations. That's what I've been doing up until now, but we've had a boomerang get thrown into the mix, and I'm becoming a boomerang expat. In 2025, at the age of 62, my plans went astray, and I relocated to Australia. So what I'm doing now is posting content about being unretired, which is my life at the moment, and the insights I've got around that for good health, good lifestyle, and being a happy boomerang expat. So I trust that you stick with the channel. I'll still be posting some Vietnam content, but it will be interspersed with some Australian briefings from down under on just how life's going and what I can bring to you that might get the conversation started. So strap yourself in, get a cup of tea, and let's get into it. All right, first things first. I guess I better explain. The personal circumstances are that my wife and two daughters here in Vietnam got visas for Australia. They're pretty keen to get down there and experience some life in the West. So we've got them engaged with school, and we're going to give them a shot at going through some schooling in Australia for now and see how that goes. So after 6 years in the land of the rising dragon, we're going to spend a bit of time down under. So I thought today I'd have a perfect vart for where the channel's at, where I'm at, and ramp it up a little bit with 7 reasons to never retire. And there's good cause for this because we all think as we get older, we've got to retire, we've got to slow down, we've got to stop work, turn off the brain, and pack up everything that we've done in the past and become vegetables. And that's just not the case. There's no evidence that says we have to retire at any age, and it's okay to keep working. So let me be the first to tell you that it's great being unretired. I'm really loving it, and there's no real change for me in what I'm doing because I unretired myself immediately that I retired, because I wanted to keep the mind active and the money coming in. So 7 reasons to never retire. Number 1, there's no rule that says we actually have to retire. And in fact, there's plenty of evidence out there that says perhaps it's better to keep doing something that's giving you purpose, keeping the mind sharp, and keeping your social skills up. So look, the second one on the hit parade in the 7 reasons to never retire are really that it's easier now, more than ever, to keep going. People can have second careers, third careers, fourth careers. They can stop what they did in their former life, and they can think about what are some of those passion projects that they really want to get involved with, and is there possibility to get some monetary reward happening by doing some of those. So now we're in 2025 now, it's easier than ever to keep going with whatever your skill set is, because a lot of stuff happens online, a lot of stuff happens virtually, and thanks to the plague, we've all become experts at using digital tools. So I would encourage you, if you're getting to the age where you're thinking, look, I need to finish the corporate life and do something for myself, maybe retiring and then unretiring is going to be the perfect opportunity for you. If you were working in an office job, there's probably plenty of activities that you're able to do on a part-time basis. I like the freedom of being able to have a lifestyle where I I work from home. I work from anywhere. I'm digitally connected. I wouldn't like something where I had to go into a workplace, on a regular basis. But everybody's different, and maybe that would suit you. That rather than working, 5 days a week for the man, you could work 1 day a week, and it'd be more for yourself. You'd be getting more joy from it. So think about that second reason to never retire is that it's easier now, more easier than ever, to not retire, to actually keep going, doing something different, but doing something that you really enjoy. Right. Third one is now that it's easier more than ever to get those online roles actually happening. I thought I'd do this one with my back to the window, simply because if I go outside on the deck there, it's very, very noisy. The traffic's going past. It's about 6 p.m. here in the evening. But separate to whatever you've done before in your life, one of the other reasons to never retire, this is the third reason to never retire, is that there are so many online opportunities out there to do something different. So I've done English teaching online, which is rewarding. It doesn't pay much, but if you live in Southeast Asia, it's good coin. I really felt rewarded by the people that I was helping, and some of those people were very, very interesting. One gentleman would just call up for an English lesson. He had an hour's drive to work in Korea. He had to talk with salespeople across Asia in English when he got to work, and so he did a 1 hour English lesson on the way to work in the car. Had another lady that was going to the bank and did an English lesson in the back of the taxi. While she went into the bank, she paused me while she went and did a business, and then she got back in the taxi again and did the English lesson again. The other thing that you can do online is there's all these apps that help you do tasks for people. So you could do pet sitting. So just finishing this one off from the garden, you can do handyman tasks. And I did see in the newspaper in Australia, some gentleman made $500,000 a year doing painting simply off an app that says, come around and paint my bedroom and I'll pay you some money. The average rate for painters on that app is 238 Australian dollars an hour. And the gentleman's just used it as a lifestyle hack to get some extra coins. So that might be something that you choose to do online. You can do, I mentioned pet sitting, I've mentioned painting, I've mentioned gardening. You can also pick up and drop off stuff, as well as a number of other tasks that people want to do. So I'll explain why I'm in the garden. So look, this is the front garden of the in-laws' place. We've got some little mandarins or oranges growing there. Looks like some sort of dates or something up the top of the date palm. All of these trees grow fruit here, and they're all growing in pots. Of course, we've got a major garden up on the roof, but this is just the little one in the front yard here where I've pulled up to give you this vart. I mean, look at the pot that's growing in, and that's a full-size tree there. Goes right up to the roof. Now that structure up the top there, the wire structure, and the right season, that has a passion fruit vine going entirely all over it. So yeah, we grow stuff anywhere in Vietnam, and nothing better than these little orangey things that are growing here. Well, you've caught me outside now. I've had to duck out somewhere, and I thought I'll give you this one while I'm just standing here waiting. I'm under a light. I'm at the in-laws' house dropping off some stuff. And look, one of the reasons that is a good reason to never retire is, of course, the financial benefit that you get. So it's always good to be earning some extra pocket money, putting some extra coin in the bank, or just enjoying getting rewarded for what we do. So that is definitely a reason to retire and then unretire, is to think about all those side hustles and extra things that you might be able to do that just bring some extra joy and happiness if that's your bag, baby. So I myself have got sort of a retirement nest egg stashed away, but I do like doing the side hustles and the retirement hacks to keep myself amused and keep my mind sharp, and it helps with the bank account as well. And if I can get bit of coin for beer and burgers, that's always something that's amusing for me. It's always amusing the way I do that as well, and what people pay for some things that I think are actually menial tasks. So if you're thinking of retiring, it doesn't have to be with no income. You can unretire, do something in a different mode than you've ever done in your life before, and even maybe take on some new skills and do some new things. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. Maybe you want to do some of those business hacks I was talking about, where you might do pet sitting for people or something. But it's anything you can do to offset some of the expenditure and also provide a little extra money for later on in your retirement. So that is definitely a good reason to not retire. So another one of these reasons never to retire is that it's good for social connections. So obviously when we retire, we lose our social connection, and there's plenty of studies that show that to remain cognitively functioning, social connections play a big part in that. So one of the things that you get a benefit of if you unretire, like me, you can maintain those social connections. So quite often when you finish work, when you're working for the man and you retire, you lose a lot of those social connections, and that just impacts on your sharpness and your cognitive ability. So another good reason to never retire is to be able to keep those social connections. And you can keep social connections if you are retired, but an easier way is to have some sort of part-time work like I do, making YouTube. I've got probably a dozen creators that I socially interact with, not socially drinking wise, but socially asking them questions and they're responding to me. It's okay, you can walk past, I'm filming myself. Got people waiting for me here. The other thing with those social connections is it keeps the mind really sharp. So I like to have a sharp mind, sharp as a knife or sharp as a tack, whatever they say. Dumb as a doorknob. And so keeping your social connections going after retirement is something you have to work on. Now, if you unretire, that's going to be easier because if you're teaching English, you're communicating with people. If you're doing odd jobs and tasks around the neighbourhood, personal services, that's a great way to keep those social connections going. And all of these online jobs really keep the social connections active. So another reason to unretire and never retire. Just got to make sure I don't get skittled here. Just ducking out for a bite to eat. And I'm going to an interesting shop because this shop only sells chicken. But I'll give you a look at the menu, and it's every part of the chicken. So I'm having chicken congee. The kids will be having chicken pho or chicken with noodles. But yeah, very interesting. So here we are at the yellow shop here. We're going upstairs. Ooh. Looks like it's an upstairs run today. Hello. Twang. So we have chicken pho, chicken mian, chicken chat. So, what is this one here? Mian. Noodles. Okay, so you ended up with every different chicken noodles, and of course a bowl of chicken congee for Steve, and all of this is going to come out at about 14 Australian dollars, $10 US for the four of us. And what a cracking meal. So very extensive menu here, but all they sell is chicken. Chicken congee, chicken noodles, chicken with rice. And then every part of the chicken, you determine what part of chicken you want. Well, that was a bit of a turn up for the books. Got back here now a couple of hours later. Been out and had a lovely chicken dinner. And I wanted to wrap it up with 6 and 7. And 6 I sort of got onto about how unretiring can help you with your cognitive abilities. Plenty of studies out there show that you stay active, your brain stays active, you maintain that cognitive ability. So not only is it the social context that gives you that cognitive ability, it's also just the fact that you're unretired and you're actually doing something that's a passion project. And then that leads me into number 7. Now, number 7 is really just making a difference. So rather than looking after your own garden and looking after your own affairs, you're actually out there making a difference, doing something that's a passion to you. And chances are, if it's a passion to you, it's a passion to somebody else. So, look, I hope those 7 reasons to never retire resonate with some of you, because retiring is a scary thing, and we don't have to retire. There's no rule that says we have to retire. So, just to quickly run through those again for you, it's okay to keep working. It's easy to keep on going these days with the way that work is structured with flexible arrangements. There are plenty of lifestyle-friendly roles out there, particularly in the digital space, but even working part-time or casual is a great opportunity for retirees. It helps you maintain some social contact, and also the fact that you're out there continuing on with something that's a passion to you and you may be getting paid for it is going to keep you as sharp as a tack. Resisting the cognitive decline, and also getting some money. So that is rewarding. Don't have to crack into your nest egg. You can get some money by not retiring and continue on until your health gives out, I guess. And then the final one was, of course, it allows you to make a difference. I'm sorry we're a bit disjointed there, but you wouldn't believe how difficult it is to make a 10-minute VART in the evening. Thank you all for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing, because we're going on a bit of a different tack in the future, and it might be something that you're going to be interested in. Please like the video if you think the content's going to be useful to others, and subscribe to the channel. If you've already subscribed to the channel, thank you once again for that. And please share this VART with your best friend. So if you share the VART, then they may like the channel and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much. You've been watching Vietnam Steve. Stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next one.